Queensland to ban Nazi swastika tattoos as part of crackdown on hate symbols.
Here's a summary of the article.
The Queensland government has vowed to make it illegal to display Nazi swastika tattoos as part of its ban on hate symbols that it says will be among the strongest in the country. It will join New South Wales, which has already implemented a ban on displaying the symbol, in applying the restriction to tattoos. Victoria, which was the first state in Australia to ban the public display of the Nazi swastika, has specifically excluded tattoos. A spokesperson for the state's Attorney General, Shannon Fentiman, said the laws would strengthen Queensland's hate crime laws and make it illegal to display hate symbols, such as those related to Nazi ideology. Victoria considered a ban on swastika tattoos, but it was considered incompatible with the state's Charter of Human Rights, given it would restrict a person's rights to freedom of movement and expression, as well as to take part in public life. The banning of Nazi hate symbols, including tattoos, is a really welcome initiative, Steinberg said. They're symbols of hate that represent the murder of 6 million innocent Jewish people and 5 million others that were industrially slaughtered by the Nazi regime. People who have these symbols should know that it's a criminal offense and our society shouldn't and can't tolerate it.
This post received a score of 5,200, with an upvote ratio of 96%. Here are the top comments in response to this article.
Honestly, as obnoxious as swastika tats are, they make it very easy to identify pieces of shit.
You are so right. International symbol for stupid. Tells you who to stay away from.
As much as I hate them, at least the worst of America has something to identify themselves so I can avoid them. Like how my mother taught my brown ass to stay away from houses with Confederate symbols on them.
They also use those symbols to identify and support each other. It's harder for Nazis to meet each other when they can't advertise. Some still will, of course, but every little bit helps.
I don't think they should be banned. Let them tattoo that shit on themselves so the rest of us know who they are.
But if we ban it, then there will be so much less hate. Because that's how banning things always works.
Remember when everyone in the US stopped drinking for 13 whole years during Prohibition? Or how nobody has used heroin since 1924 when it was outlawed? Or how cocaine wasn't insanely popular from the 1970s on? Or how nobody has ever shot anyone with an illegal firearm?
Remember when everyone in the US stopped drinking for 13 whole years during Prohibition? This isn't necessarily a great example. Prohibition greatly reduced drinking in the US. Court writes the age of addiction has the statistics. Per capita consumption initially fell to 30% of pre-Prohibition levels, before gradually increasing to 60 or 70% by 1933. That suggests a 30% reduction, at a minimum, in consumption. Of course there are obviously other issues, but bans often do lead to reduction in the specific thing being banned. The gains are often outweighed by other negatives though.
Important to mention that during the Prohibition the U.S. government would also take part in tainting alcohol, making it potentially fatal to drink, by adding literal poison into the chemicals that were being converted to bootleg alcohol. Deborah Bloom, a Pulitzer journalist who wrote about the topic, cites the estimate of approximately 10,000 people having died throughout the Prohibition directly due to these poisoning efforts. If weed, in addition to being illegal, had the FBI or the CIA adding poison into the supply chain, it'd also see a large drop in usage. Heck, no need to outlaw it. Start putting a deadly poison on alcohol and we'll see how many stop drinking.
Why make it harder for idiots to identify themselves? Exactly, and they'll just move on to other symbols and ruin more cultures.
Exactly this. If you believe in the whole dog whistling thing, next they'll be banning the OK hand symbol. What if they make their symbol the cross? Should we ban the cross too?
This video was automatically created by Reddit to speech. The article and comments in this video were selected from Reddit according to their upvotes, and any paraphrasing was performed by smmry.com, without any human intervention.